now, your host of the XFFL Show, Josh Mitchell.
Happy Thursday, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the XFFL Show. I'm your host of this lovely show and the commissioner of the XFFL, Josh Mitchell. And without further ado, let's break down what happened in week number 4 and preview what's going to happen in week number 5, because a lot happened this past week. And let's start with me, of course, as the New England Nexus beat down the Beast Ball Blackbeards 123.90 to 77.10. Overall, pretty good outing for my team, and quick shout-outs to Mike Williams and for DK Metcalf as well. Dominant performances. In our next matchup, it was the Riverhead Blue Waves rolling over the New York Potato Skins 124.18 to 72.56. Again, one man, one dominant man. That boy, Derrick Henry. He can run and he can truck people. In our next matchup, it was the Carolina Pussycats beating down the formerly undefeated Malone Mutiny 161.98 to 120.46. Top to bottom, it was a pretty good outing for the Pussycats, and obviously Tyreek Hill, dominant. In our next matchup, it was the North Carolina Carpetbaggers getting their first win of the year. Congrats there. Against the Alpine Extreme 133.60 to 106.18. Finally, as The Rock would say, Austin Eckler has come back to fantasy relevancy. Unbelievable performance. Hopefully he can keep it up for the rest of the year. And in our final matchup, the highest point scorer of the week belongs to Mike Warren and the Charlotte Woo Outlaws, as they just escaped the Rochester Revenge 181.12 to 163.46. Again, I say this every week, Mike has one of the best, if not the best roster in the league, and that was proven this past week. TJ Hawkinson. This is what happens when there's no other players on the field with the Detroit Lions. He's going to get the ball every time. Again, congrats are in order to Mike Warren and the Charlotte Woo Outlaws.
Hey guys, how's it going? Doing? Very tired here. It's super dirt week. You got to understand there's a lot going on. But just want to point out, first off, I want to congratulate Scott on a happy marriage. I can't look at the camera. We're proving this right here. And I just want to say, Scott, my gift to you is kicking your ass for the second time this year. Already. We're only 4 weeks in. So congratulations. Hope you enjoy my gift. It's a lot of fun. But we're going to keep going. You know why? Look, who do I got next? Check schedule. Oh, he's
Now, I would say that's a lot of talk. Well, a lot of short talk. And let's see if he can back it up. But clearly, Mike has the roster to back it up. Let's break down these matchups for week number 5. And let's start with me. New England Nexus taking on the New York Potato Skins. And right now, it's looking at an 11-point favorite for the Nexus. And I can see why. No Jonathan Taylor. No DeAndre Swift. What does that mean? It means you got to rely on other running backs, not name them. And I'm going to take me. Just right now, Brian's roster just needs a little boost up. Once those running backs come back, I can see that happening, but not this week, unfortunately. And maybe waiver wire steal of the week, Action Higbee. He's going to be starting for the Nexus this week. In our next matchup, we've already mentioned this shortly, the Charlotte Woo Outlaws and the Alpine Extreme, 18-point favorite for the Charlotte Woo Outlaws. And again, we know why. That roster is dominant. Also to note, Cordell Patterson heading to the IR, so there's another position or another slot that needs to be filled for the Alpine Extreme. I don't see it happening. Charlotte Woo Outlaws going to keep rolling. Josh Allen is just that guy, is that dominant guy. Just too much. In our next matchup, it is the North Carolina Carpetbaggers taking on the Riverhead Blue Waves. Right now, it's a 10-point favorite for the Blue Waves, and I was going back and forth with this, but then I keep seeing the reports that Tom Brady's shoulder and his fingers are hurting. Okay. Also, Curtis Samuel is questionable as well. Carson Wentz isn't looking like the quarterback that he was 3 weeks ago. So, with that being said, I'm going to take the River Blue Waves in this one. Expecting another big game for Derrick Henry. in our next matchup, it is the Battle of the Pirates. Yaharg! The Malone Mutiny and the Beast Spa Blackbeards. Right now, it's a 13.5 point favorite for the Malone Mutiny, and again, I said this many times, I can see why. Jeff's running back troubles. Jeff, I beg, I plead of you, get more than 3 running backs, and maybe ditch Kenneth Walker because he is not the answer this year. Speaking of running backs though, Saquon Barkley, doing pretty damn well. I am very sad for taking Javonte Williams. Damn, that sucks for me. Regardless, I'm taking the Malone Mutiny in this one. Jeff's roster, again, also needs a boost, and I don't see it happening this week. And in what is being dubbed the Game of the Week, one of the 2 highest scoring teams in the league, obviously Mike's number 1, but these 2 are up there as well. The Rochester Revenge taking on the Carolina Pussycats. Right now, it's a 17.5 point favorite for the Revenge. And kind of the tail of the tape, you look at the Carolina Pussycats, Kyler Murray versus the Philadelphia Eagles defense. Yeah, I don't like that. Don't like it one bit. On the other side of things, what I do like is Justin Jefferson and Stephon Diggs. They're clearly a very good duo, one of the best in the league, and I'm going to take the Rochester Revenge. It's just way too much firepower for both of them, and I also like Patrick Mahomes versus Vegas. Might see some monster numbers out of him. All right, short and sweet and to the point. That's going to do it for another episode of the XFFL Show. Thank you all for tuning in and being so great and involved in this league. It's been a pleasure. Been a pleasure for sure. And enjoy Thursday Night Football without Jonathan Taylor and Javonte Williams. The battle of the backup running backs. Who's going to win? I don't really care. And Melvin Gordon, you ain't getting a start for the Nexus. Have a good one, everyone.